So we are live. Welcome to another Table to the Four. I am Badawi. I'm moderating the chat. I guess that's what you call me. I'm moderator.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, I can't, I can't be a father. I can't be a foderator.
Goodbye, I'm leaving this.
But yeah. Today Thursday, one day, sorry, away from the weekend. How everybody going, Ronaldo? How you going?
Cool. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Been a
Quincy.
long week.
Quincy, all right.
I alright. Try to find few scattered showers, Chances
All
of
right.
rain, but we ain't gonna study that.
Okay. Right. Very good. So today on the panel we have Ciola, Bridget, and Leslie, and I will let each of you just briefly introduce yourself to the audience.
Introduce me.
I'm deeply disappointed because I was hoping to hear, you say some good things about me. That was my.
I thought that's what this was about, actually.
Yeah, that's the reason why I agreed.
I put in you on the spot. Ciola.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ciola, you go first.
Okay, fine. So my name is Ciola. Most of the people here I have met through not even a former life. I guess it's like a former current life, doing a little bit of food blogging, lifestyle blogging, etc. And then, working as well in media, covering various events, food related and otherwise. So I suppose in terms of what I do, I'm content manager for Loop TT right now. That's my 8 to whenever that ends. And otherwise, I just like eating a lot of great food and speaking with these lovely people here.
Nice. Leslie Ann.
Well, listen, Bridget is next, Okay. So, well, I pretty much have broken bread with everybody on this panel at some point or other, in my capacity as consultant to the stars. I'm just the communications professional, and I think that's an important notice to make these days.
Yeah.
Who's fortunate enough to have worked with, I think, most of the best restaurants in Trinidad and Tobago in some way, shape, or form. And we'll get into that when we talk about favorites. I'll flag my biases, don't worry. And so food is such a cool thing. It's so unifying. We have such a great food culture. Well, at least we had up until pre-COVID, and we live in hope that we get our full food culture back.
Yeah, indeed we do.
Yeah, but it's on you now.
Bridget.
The moderator has to say who's going next.
Let's see. Hi, Bridget.
Hello, Badai. Hi, everyone. My name is Bridget, and well, I met everyone here through obviously the food community. I don't think I've met Ronaldo yet, but nice to meet you. And yeah, well, I'm a chef, and I don't know what else to say.
Celebrity chef.
Please, I hate that word. That's not.
About chef.
Caribbean renowned, but we don't forget she's Caribbean renowned.
Yes, Caribbean renowned. Indeed. Right, and also shout out to everybody who in the chat right now. Everybody in the chat, thank you for logging on. I think Guyana and Barbados in the chat as well. We are Queens, New York in the chat. Yeah. So
International.
Nice. So, as the promo would have said, but if you missed it, I will reiterate. We are speaking about our favorite restaurants, or quote unquote the best restaurants in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
Just to also put the disclaimer out there that none of this is scientific. We can't really call it the best, because to say the best, you'll have to visit every single restaurant and have an opinion on every single restaurant that exists in the country right now. So this is opinion based, but we have some good opinions here, I think, from the panel that we have available to us. So Before we start and before we get into what our favorites are, let's kind of set up a framework for criteria, because we were discussing it before and you were saying that it can't just be food; it had to be like food and ambience and that kind of thing that is make a restaurant what it is. So feel free to state what you all think should be the criteria for judging what makes a good restaurant a good restaurant.
For me, it's simple. It's three things. It's food service experience.
Nice.
That's because you could be pretty as hell, and if your food, your service, or the whole experience is a mess, is a mess.
Yeah.
So everybody agree with that? Like food service and
Food service, yeah.
Yeah, and experience.
Yeah,
But
I think.
also-
Go ahead, Bridge.
Yeah, I think the cost as well is
Okay.
not. We have to add that as a tier.
True.
Yeah.
I
So like
would,
food service experience per each tier, like
Yeah.
cheap eats, medium, like fine dining, expensive.
I like to think of it less as cost and more as value.
Yeah,
Like,
value.
I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
I
value
don't
for
mind
money.
spending a
Value
bit
is good.
more if I feel that the quality that I'm getting is justifying what I'm
Yes.
spending.
Yeah,
You know.
for sure.
But yes, definitely the food has to be good. Ambience, when you get into the categories of more the street food and the well, I guess ambience is a variety of things.
Yeah, I think the ambience would tie into the value for money kind of thing too.
Yeah. So
Because I mean that's like an extra cost
Okay.
attached
Got
to the restaurant. So like the ambience somewhere we can't judge some like a doubles man or a gyro man for ambience if we judge it by category. If that's the rubric, we can't do that for everybody.
My
Right.
doubles man have real ambience though.
I think most doubles people have serious ambience.
But I would
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
the doubles ambience is
a
very
wide
important
range.
because it doesn't taste the
experience.
same without the ambience
Yeah.
of the
And
doubles.
that ambience
the
doesn't
drink.
necessarily mean it's fancy. It's just the
Yeah.
ambience, just the
how you
The
feel, how you
is the
feel, how
feel.
you
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that being said, and we have it. We I think we established some nice criteria there: food, service, ambience, and value.
Yeah.
So you all want to do it as you say tiered, or do we just say across the board? What is your favorite, or you think we should do it tiered?
You have to have categories, I
Yeah.
think
We
need
could,
to,
yeah.
because it could be hard to judge everything just in one group. I
Okay.
figure.
Okay. All right. So where in terms of that tier, those tiers, what would we say are the three? I think we could break it down to three, right?
Yeah, street food,
I think-
and
Yeah.
Ciola had some a treat there.
Yeah.
What's
I had one
it?
to be quite honest, I suppose for me, again, because I consider it like favorites is top category, like the top in any category, right?
Right.
So I may not necessarily have a favorite street food because maybe I don't partake in street food as much. Well, actually, no, I do.
Yeah.
Maybe
Please, I was just about to say, please don't be
yeah,
careful
stand
for
up
me.
to your by
Please
me,
don't be
Shalini
careful.
Savannah. Exactly. Please.
No, but yeah, so I mean, I guess maybe I never thought about it like in my head in terms of me having a favorite in a particular category. Maybe that's how it kind of ends up in the end. But there are some foods I'm not sure how we categorize them. Like there's fine dining, there's street food. What's in between?
Casual dining.
Yeah, that's a whole
Casual
casual,
dining.
yeah.
Casual dining.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do like that street food,
But
casual, and
what about places like Aioli that is
Well, it's fine.
You like
You
marketplace?
like the marketplace?
is it marketplace
the
or
marketplace.
That would be casual.
Casual.
I guess casual?
Casual, okay.
But then that's about the food. That's not about the dining, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
So we can classify like
yeah,
this.
but then the
Budget?
okay, if we judging it like that, the cost
Yeah,
is
correct.
the cost
The cost
is
would
basically
be
buffet
between.
food,
Correct.
Right.
but it
right.
just higher
But is everything not buffet food?
quality of
Yeah, so let's categorize it by actual budget. So let's just say budget food, which would be anything that you can get for, let's just say,
below $50,
under
below $40.
$50, right?
Right.
Okay.
Anything
Okay.
you can eat comfortably under $50,
Right.
right? We would say mid tier, which would be anything between 51 and let's say a 150.
150.
150.
Right.
Okay.
And fine, and then
So
and those
Leslie has left the chat.
Leslie is all premium. We call that premium.
Okay.
That's
When
date night,
Leslie's
that's
night, it's
occasion
premium,
dining.
Yeah.
Above 150 a plate, right? So
Yeah.
let's go with that.
All right. So
I think that's the only thing that, I agree with that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
okay. So let's
No, I
jump.
have to think.
So let me jump. Yeah, but are they gonna make this real hard for me? Or they gonna make this real hard for me? Let me jump right in. In the $50 bracket. Let me start with the $50 bracket.
Budget.
The budget bracket. Ronaldo.
I recuse myself from this conversation.
Okay.
Let's you know, buy food.
She don't buy
Buy a
nothing
little
for
lunch.
$50.
Outside.
Genuinely, bitch, that is extremely rare. Extremely.
Leslie, you don't have a favorite little hole in the wall Chinese place somewhere?
No,
No, the answer is no.
I'll answer last. I'll answer last.
Yeah. All right.
Leave Leslie
I will
for
start the budget by saying, for me, if I have $50 to spend, I mean, we're throwing out fast food. That
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not talking fast.
So we're
Yeah.
not talking about the KFCs and whatever. We ain't
No,
going
we're
there.
talking about non-franchised places.
Right, non-franchised.
So no franchises. Yeah.
Local places.
Okay.
For right now, if I had $50 to spend and I had to get a meal, I'd probably go by my favorite hole in the world Chinese place, good eating place at the bottom of Ryan Street on the main road.
Wait.
For buck.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And that's what I had for dinner tonight. That's what I had for dinner tonight.
All right.
Good eating is a nice shot. That's a
Good
nice
eating,
shot.
yeah, good eating is a good call. Siola?
I can have more than one, right?
Of course.
Because I tell you, it's a tier for me, right? It's not one.
It's a tier in each category.
Tier in a tier, yeah. I like a lot of places. Like I
It's like
can.
Inception. It's like Inception with skill.
You want your best one. You want the one
Oh,
that jump
I
to the
can't.
front.
I'm gonna name two anyway. Y'all can't tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
All right, give it two.
So
Give it two.
right. So definitely, if I only have $50 in my pocket, I actually see Brandon in the chat, and he's right. The cabin on the cross.
Cabin on the cross.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Love that. That's been a go-to for sure. Especially when things kind of got locked down and it was just the delivery system going on.
Okay.
But the cabin definitely. I mean, granted, that's takeaway.
South.
That's yeah, and it's in South. Represents. I'm from Arima, but I represent the South too.
Yeah.
And then the next one is, I mentioned her already, but Michelle's Natural Delights in the Savannah. That is my go-to for corn soup. Obsessed.
Yes.
I eat her like every weekend. Love her. Nobody corn soup could thing. I wish she was on this chat so she can know how
And
much I love
South.
her.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's in the Savannah, so North as well. Also, they represent.
Nice. All right. Quincy,
$50 by 50.
$50.
If I have 50, I'll go in by Brent and them boy.
Okay, for the fish.
In Barataria,
Yeah.
The roast smoke steamed fish
Mm-hmm.
Where is this?
Oh, where's this?
in Barataria on Jogi and 8th Street.
8th Street, yeah. Should be running 8th Street.
It have a name?
Brent and them.
Brent and them.
Brent and them.
Brent and them, right? the name,
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Roast
Okay.
steamed smoked fish
Rose. Ooh, I like this.
with provision pie
Somebody take notes.
and
Let's take it.
Jogi and 8.
We need to make a list.
provision pie and the dumpling, the bhaji dumplings, right?
That's real nice. That
Yeah,
tastes
and
real.
that's
Oh,
my
you
$50.
like those dumplings?
I like that. Yeah,
No,
I like
No,
dumplings.
he likes dumplings. That's not inside it. That's not inside it.
Yeah, like
Let's
purposeful
not speak
dumpling,
about
though,
this.
right? Purposeful dumpling stuff with
Purpose.
bhaji and
Yeah.
nice
Wow.
dumpling. Yeah. That is my flick. That is where you're getting from me for 50.
All right, all right. Bridget, like Leslie said, she going last. Bridget, $50.
All right, I have two as well.
Mm,
My two is I like Lola's. Lola's
Right.
has good affordable options, great, very tasty,
mhm.
good value for money, and also Golden Bell.
Nice,
They
nice.
have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Golden
yeah.
Bell for
That's a good one.
$50, Bridget.
Yeah, you
Bridget?
could get out. You could get
Yeah,
a chicken
fine.
combo, a Papa chicken. Hello.
Yeah.
I suspicious too, Siola. Just so you know, I'm suspicious as well.
Bone Golden Bell chicken is yes, it's $50 for
I
a
like
combo.
Stonewall from Golden Bell. Golden Bell is real vibe.
Well, that's a lot. That's not $50.
No, it's not. It's a casual
They
dining.
can enter into another category
Exactly,
as
because
well.
Golden Bell is in the next category of Bridget, you're cheating.
Well, they're both. They have.
You don't eat any street food? You don't like any street food, Bridget?
Well, doubles, but you know, I can't call out all.
Are we cyberbullying?
No.
I cyberbullying.
Doubles, aloo pie, you know, Tina
Right,
pies.
Tina pies, yeah?
All right, so I had to go first, right?
Yeah, let's we saving the best for last.
All right. I have $50 to spend and I had to go somewhere and buy a meal. All right. You know what? You see that place is Colombian Grill, is the name it? That sell
yeah.
arepas and
Yes,
empanadas
yes.
and thing.
That's on Chagrit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not bad.
You can actually
they were in
Antojo's
but they
too.
moved.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it would be a toss
Antojo's good
between
too.
Colombian Grill and Antojo's.
I like
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good, I forgot about that. I have a list.
You know she have a list, right? She reach a list now.
After she can come up with anybody under. Anyway, whatever.
Leslie.
All right, Leslie Ann.
So here what happens. I'm gonna do like Bridget now and I'm gonna cheat. And but that way you open the door for the cheat. So I'm just going to say I'm gonna throw you all under the bus. First, my first choice is gonna shock you because it's classic and it's old school.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going because I'm a barbecue lover.
Right.
I'm going to go with Rib House in St. James.
Wait,
all right.
Rebel.
There you
Yeah,
go. Yeah. Repulses are.
Absolutely. What for me makes Rib House is absolute consistency.
Right.
That barbecue tastes the same 5 years ago as it does now. The rice is the same 5 years ago as it is now. And to me, that is worth
It's true,
a
that
lot.
sauce. The barbecue
Right.
sauce.
The macaroni pie.
The
Right,
pie
well,
too,
it's
yeah.
a big thing.
It's good one day and the following day you go and it suck.
Yeah.
But
Consistency.
if we talk in Spanish though, Tyrants is always gonna be my vote. But that's a little bit above that
I
price.
was about to say.
I know it's have nothing to do with it.
Cheating.
You can get one empanada.
50 US, Leslie.
Why you gonna be like that? But yeah. But seriously, if I have $50, I'm probably cooking food.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't do it, Leslie.
Sometimes you want to eat from another hand but yours, you know?
No, you know the joy is after eating people's amazing food for the last how many years, the best thing about lockdown for me has been eating my own food.
Yeah.
I got fed up with that after like 2 weeks, so
No, actually I didn't. I haven't.
Well, lucky you.
I was like, I will eat
Nah.
it. And try.
I was ready for restaurants to reopen immediately.
So you see where I answered. I answered. So now I'm clear.
Yeah, it's the
I
clear,
knew you
yeah.
had $50 options in here.
Look, Brandon is judging you still, huh?
Ooh. No, we gotta be. I feel you judging. Oh no, wait, no, it's me. Sorry.
You have been judged.
I just want to address one comment from CJ. CJ, yes, I do like dumplings. I just don't like them in soup. All right. So in the 50 to 150 category,
Real thing.
I started with Leslie. I'm going back around.
That gets tough now. That gets tough for me because then I go with sambat, probably.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
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 I definitely go with sambat. Then I go with tarins.
Mhm.
In that bucket.
You buy an extra little something in Tarrant there, madam.
Yeah, and in that
You can
second category,
You could get
I
your
could get
pabellon criollo.
Bridget,
I could get Indian food. I could get a lot of papadums with that money.
That's true.
Hey,
Papadum.
Indian
Papa
food,
Dom.
that's
Hey,
in that
Papadums with that
category.
money.
hey,
Yeah.
pick up Papa Doms. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so-
all right.
You like me now?
Yeah. All
Look at
right,
Leslie with all these options.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me make anything really
Take care of the best.
complicated. All right. Bridget.
No, it's on to you, Darby. We go in reverse order. You.
Oh, that's what you're doing? Reverse order?
Yeah.
In that category, Tarrant. I mean, I could give more, but I'll try not to complicate the thing. So I keep it simple.
Yeah.
Tarrant is
Is that shade? Is he throwing shade for those of us who have more than
Who
one?
have more than one option.
Yes, of course. That's exactly what he's doing.
That is shade.
He's the moderator. He have to set an example.
Full
Yeah.
shade.
Yes. Who's next? Bridget?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridget.
Bridget.
When I have $150 to spend, I would either eat Indian food and I would buy from Passage to Asia is actually excellent.
Passage to
There-
Asia.
Okay.
Yeah. So there and I would also have some sushi from like Hyatt
Okay.
Nice.
or Samurai.
Did you say some sushi from Hyatt for 150? Some?
I can get
She been
8 pieces only.
No. She ain't had the VAT and service charge yet.
It's running and
What are you saying?
I can get I can get a half a roll.
And water to drink.
Correct?
Only brutal way. Who next? Siula? Oh, yes.
Q.
Quincy.
No, it's cute. Because someone went first.
Alright. If I haven't that and I'm feeling a little smooth, I'm going to buy more vino. I will take
That's a little
some
sushi, you know?
Some
Yeah,
sushi,
and
more
they have
vino.
their specials as well.
They have a special right now. Like
Yeah.
100.
Okay.
But then thing, I would not
Hyatt. She done said Hyatt.
I'm not going higher at my 150. I'm going higher
Give it by yourself.
more than
Give it by
150.
yourself.
By
You
myself?
150.
Well, yes.
With 150. But now if I'm feeling it good, yeah, I'll go buy more vino.
For sure.
With just 150. Yeah. I'll call it. I'm more, but I'll call it that.
All right.
You're so kind.
So the rest of us calling two. I call in two again.
Go, man.
So for me, again, Indian food, love it. I have to say, him chili in El Socorro.
Great value.
Great.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Indian food. It's actually Nepalese. It's actually a Nepalese restaurant, but they sell Indian, Chinese, and Thai. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've only ever had the Indian from them, and I absolutely love it. Their paneer dolma, which is their paneer and mushrooms. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, again, it's not the fanciest place in the world.
But it's tasty.
It has
You're so kind.
they switched venues in the last few years, and it was an improvement, I guess, bigger space. But yeah, and then the next space, it actually, I will say, in terms of pizza, I would go with Baco in South. I try not to talk about it too much because I don't want people like
Somebody, I'm going to say somebody say it. And then
That's the same household.
Yeah, so technically one vote there, but it's it did also change management recently, so I kind of have to assess and see in terms of the quality and stuff like that what my feelings are. But Baco definitely, if I have $150, if it's just me eating, then we're definitely going to Baco or him truly.
It's a little small kind of hole in the wall place, isn't it?
Which one?
Baco.
It's small, but it's not in the wallish.
It's a nice and inside is quite nice.
Yeah.
But it's easy to miss if you're just passing
It's
by.
not fancy, but it's not a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think I know it, and I always wanted to go in, but I don't know.
But
how I
he
was
just
gonna
losing
decide.
south. Let's talk the truth. He's losing south.
That too.
Only knows that I got to one person. So, but no, him truly and Baco.
The interchanges are pressure.
Yeah. So,
Oh yes, paprika.
You know, you feel like getting away.
No,
So-
no.
Quincy now? Is Quincy or
Nah,
No,
it's
Ronaldo.
gone already.
Oh.
Ronaldo.
No, I want to say I am definitely not as traveled as the rest of this panel in terms of exploring.
First travel.
I am happy, like the rest of the audience, that some names popping up that I'll hopefully venture on to explore after the lockdown. But for me, in all honesty, like I'm a creature of habit. I like what I like, and I think if I had 150, I would hopefully have 150 by 2. So I'll carry CJ, but I will definitely head on Marva Road by Shutters and get a burger and 2 beers and call
Ooh,
that
which
job.
burger?
The CJ remind me.
Black and blue?
Nah.
Okay,
The black and blue isn't
black and
bad.
blue is the best.
The black and blue isn't bad, but the blue cheese sometimes is a little bit too overpowering for me. A little bit.
Yeah.
A
Probably
little bit.
gorgonzola when they're doing that.
Yeah. So, but for me, I think it's the Geno's Burger is what it is. CJ and I
Ah,
love
yeah.
that burger. It's about $99, so that's $100 there, and I have 2 beers, and I happy for the rest of the day.
Nice.
That wasn't bad. That's a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we didn't do bad,
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Actually, I wanna just go back to something because it was on my mind, and somebody said Darren called Double R Restaurant Bar, and you see for
That's the
$50
one in us.
in Chagonas, you could get a proper
Wow, yeah.
curry
Yeah,
by
Yeah.
Double R.
yeah.
Double R, I ain't gonna lie. Double R, you can get
Correct.
a proper food.
Correct,
You know?
correct.
Yeah.
That's justice.
Yeah, that is justice. That is justice.
Let me throw one more in if I really heading down south, which is on a rare occasion, passing Tano and all that, and I headed by not well, Bravi and I would divert here by going to Mutala.
Wally's.
By
Yeah, you
Wally.
might want to-
And about a 80 on that box that would have,
The sampler box.
chicken and is 2 meters having it. Yeah. 2
Yeah.
meters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'll head over
forgot
Wally's like
Chianti
one.
bar. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm not a fan of the Wallies, not a big fan.
Same.
It is an important question. Is wine a meal? Because
Yes.
Chantal say on
Yeah.
Answer is yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I support it. I support that.
Yeah, I support
I
it.
support that.
support it. All right. So, top the we're going up now.
Leslie Taylor.
Upgrade.
Yeah, Leslie
that.
Taylor. Leslie Taylor.
Leslie, take the lead.
Nobody be like that.
Leslie, we're gonna leave.
No, I should go last again because
Yeah,
if
I'll
you might
leave
have
it.
a whole
Yeah, I'll leave it
Oh,
Leslie
yeah,
for
okay.
last.
bust some shot of this.
Yeah, I'll leave it Leslie for last. Yeah.
Yeah.
She will take a bigger rest of the hour.
Yeah. Let me go with Quincy. Quincy, give me
Alright.
your top 10.
You have no budget.
You have the company card.
Are the what? Are the black card? Swipe
Yeah,
forward.
very black card. Swipe
Alright.
it.
For this one, I had to use my two. I had to use my two privilege, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Because that 2 things that jump out in my mind when I'm feeling opulent. 2 things, right? One, and Leslie, I ain't being biased there. I'm not saying this just because
Say the
they're
question
here.
in-
You might try to curry favor. You try to curry favor.
I'm not.
The truth is the truth.
The only thing I just curry is chicken, goat, beef. I don't curry
Capybara. Don't forget the capybara.
The capybara.
Well, I never curry a capybara yet. Not yet. But you see that crave brunch all you know, I bought that crave brunch. I bought that. I bought that. Anytime I feeling good about myself, that's where I heading.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, funny enough, I saw a list of top brunches in Trinidad recently, and Crave wasn't on the list.
That's fine. I mean, I moved to a more selfish mode in my old age, like Siola. I don't mind if it's not on the list.
Yeah.
Less people to jump in and I call and make my appointment.
Listen to me. Yeah, you were trying to have people
I sorry about
popping up
that.
the scene.
Yeah, then,
And who's your second one?
the second one, and this is more so from what do you call that boy? Respect. I think Khalid Mohammed is like one of the greatest things to pass through this place. Right? Enough respect. And I will always want to go and eat a show food, you know. I will always go by show and deal with that. If I have money to spend, I will go by
The card.
Yeah. I'll go and have a time.
Expense account.
Yeah.
Expense account life is good life.
Yeah, see what you have. Yeah, right? Yeah, sure.
All right. Ronaldo.
Skip me and come back now. Still thinking it.
All right. Siola.
I feel it's gonna be a clean sweep, you know. Yeah, once again, not being influenced by the fact that Leslie is in the chat at all. But honestly, this is probably the one category I only have one option for, to be honest, and it is Crave. I really can't. And it's the brunch, it's the dinner, it's everything. The brunch is fantastic value, like the Sunday brunch. I can't see why you would celebrate an occasion anywhere else, to be quite honest. And I'm not saying that because Leslie's McGill. It really is a fantastic experience. The food is always on point. And like I said, it's always, you always come away feeling like, you know, you spend good money there. You know, service is fantastic. Like, so yeah, so definitely Crave. I honestly, I can't think of anybody else in that category that I'd put in that favorite ranking.
Yep.
Okay.
Be with you.
Bridget.
Yeah, I mean,
don't worry.
Yeah, give me your top tier.
Well, if I don't have a budget, yeah, well, I don't want to sound repetitive, but Crave is very much value. And it's like if you want to go to a fancy dinner, or people always ask me, I want to go somewhere special, and I say like either Crave or Show, right?
Yeah.
Show for Port of Spain if you don't want to drive down south, but Crave like has like a great experience, not even for like the buffet parts, but just the regular dining is just very great value for money. And then, well, obviously, because I cannot walk into Aioli Marketplace and spend less than $150, I have to put them in there in that category.
I love that. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to buy like a
Bridget,
Coca-Cola.
you're getting call out.
Yeah.
You're getting call out, Bridget. You're getting call out in the comments.
Mommy, hello, I took her to Crave for her birthday. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know, at least one time.
All right, Ronaldo, you ready?
I'm not. I want to agree with everybody on the panel though. Crave is exceptional free service. Exceptional. I don't think I've ever been in a location in Trinidad with better service. The ambience is top notch, and it is value for money.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I had that kind of money to spend. There's only have one place I would go if I had the black card. You see, if they give me the black card and I can say whatever. I haven't hit yet. I haven't gone yet because I never had the black card. Right? Which would be Prime. I would go Prime because I really want to check
They're
out.
closed.
When they're close, so you miss your boat.
You missed the bus.
That would have been it if I had the black card.
Oh my God.
For me, spending that kind of money in the past.
That is my cousin.
That's love.
For me, if I spend that kind of money in the past, I mean, early Texas de Brazil, not now, early Texas.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
still a good experience where they still had everything. That was nice for
So
$350.
when they still had everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
right
wait,
now,
it's not a good experience now?
nah. The last two times I've
Wow.
went hasn't been worth it, to be honest.
This is a legit question up on the screen, by the way.
Yeah, like I
can
saw
answer
it and
that.
I wanna
I can answer
answer.
that.
I wanna
Yeah,
answer.
we already had some good restaurants in Tobago. I mean, when they go on
My
vacation.
top 10 Tobago is
Seahorse. Yeah, for
fish
sure.
pot.
I got to take advice because when I in Tobago, I mean, apart from the fact that I drinking right through, is only like bus spot. The best curry I ever eaten in my life is in Tobago, in Palatupe. Like best.
You know, I
There was
haven't
a-
gone to
there
Stockholm.
was
I
a
just
place
can't
close to the
bring
airport.
myself.
But I've never been.
What's that?
In
I
Tobago,
just-
there was a place close to the airport, right opposite where this pizza place is. A nice proper restaurant on the corner right there. They have a bunch of lizards on the menu and thing.
Bronco.
I
Nice
know you're
Bronco.
talking about. I know you're
Bronco,
talking
not
about.
Bronco.
Nah, it's not
I
Bronco.
don't recognize the name.
I've had a couple good meals there. But
My
yeah,
favorite place to eat in
Opposite
Tobago
where La
is
Cantina
the
was
gallery.
in Tobago.
well, further down, closer to the airport on the left-hand side.
closer to the airport.
Go to the airport.
No idea.
When they say the
I guess-
lizard on the menu, I remember that. Well, obviously.
It's a Mexican place.
I
Is
saw
it
it.
Mexican
That-
cuisine?
for me, if I'm in Tobago, $50. Let me give you a quick $50 will be
Oh, we're going back.
by the oh gosh, these Arabian people. Right on the
Skewers.
street
Skewers.
Right on the
Yeah,
stretch there.
there. If I
yeah.
want,
Okay.
if I have to
100%.
150, I was going to my La Cantina and get a pizza
Right.
and then Seahorse, and that would have been it for today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for premium right now, I've been real honest. I really had to get back out there. I mean, I used to go and experiment and try some places, but I haven't been for a while, so I don't know where to
Octopus
put that.
grill, where's
And
that?
I would probably
That's the new
go.
thing.
I would probably go more Vino, to be honest, and have all the fish I could eat.
Yeah, like more than one roll.
Like bring one every just bring things. Bring wine, bring
Wait,
things.
wait, go higher.
Nah, I am not too much of a Hyatt fan. I mean, the ambience is nice. Sitting down outside in the back is wonderful.
Can I tell you, I'm like the one person who has the bad experience in Hyatt.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Who
That's
has
the place.
who has to do the get something and wait for the napkin for service?
Yeah.
But I'm done to get something
Yes,
anyway.
Pasta Gallery is my medium level
Pasta
Tobago.
Yes, Pasta Gallery is the place. That's the place.
100%.
Yes, Pasta Gallery is the place. Yeah, correct.
So good. You get so much food and it's so
Yes,
affordable.
like
Yes,
I get
yes.
lunch for the next day.
Yes, please. Yeah,
Let's call
for
it place
sure.
I need to visit.
Okay,
Yes,
we get
for sure.
real now.
I'm now going to say this something like that table to the
That's
Fort
my
Tobago.
fault. Sorry.
Tobago
Yeah.
outing.
Yeah, right. So let's go.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tobago outing.
There you go.
Yes. So
Minister Terrence Yeltsin keeps reminding us.
I will have to say,
Yeah, but are we?
you know what? I was giving it some thought while all this was singing, and I have to say, if we're talking about food, service, and ambience, just like everybody else, I'll have to concede and say
Feel
that
sweet.
in Trinidad and Tobago, service, ambience, food, I'm gonna get to crave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Because they hit all them notes.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
other places they mightn't hit the
It's
service
shaky
notes,
a little bit.
the
Yeah, yeah,
ambience note might be a but I'm gonna have to get to crave in that sense.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. So here's how we free bird, free
So
bird.
lesbian too, right? Lesbian too.
Oh, wait, that's all.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
Okay.
There's
Well, then
only
obviously, I'm not gonna say crave
Okay.
because everybody else has said crave, and I'm gonna step back from that conversation.
Let's give the people an option. I say let's give the people some other option.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, now Ronaldo, you're gonna like what I say, but you're not gonna like what I say because even though Amara is new and most people haven't been to Amara as yet, before we had the shutdown, which is at your old prime location, Ronaldo, I'm a big fan already of Amara.
Okay.
And it's in that price tier, but it's in the lower end of that premium tier. And so yeah, and it's good looking. The food is good,
That's
and
nice.
the service was good. So yeah, I like the Buzo is classic
Yeah.
because
Okay,
you know
Buzo.
you go to Buzo and it's always Buzo. I mean, you know, you can get a nice drink. The food
Yeah.
is a little iffy these days, but it just always feels nice. It always feels like a nice evening out.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that we didn't talk about, a place that is very, and I'm going to go super, super, super old school here, is Angelo's.
Yeah,
And
the
it's
food is
not-
always good there.
It's not.
Their food
It's
is
not.
good.
Steep. It's not
It's just
steep.
old school.
No,
It's
it's not.
so old school.
Super consistent is old school. But if you're looking to get value and justice, and there's something to be said for a place that you could walk into 5 years later and people greet you as if, you know, they classy that way,
Yeah.
and I like that.
That's
You
the
know,
favorite
Definitely
my
have
mom and I,
they have a lot of
Angelo's,
very
sure.
loyal
Angelo's,
clientele.
Yeah, and I tell you something, because he works that dining room. I mean, it's one
Yeah.
of the most amazing things I've ever seen is that if you are there for 4 hours, he will have worked that
Yeah, he
dining
comes
room
out. Yeah, for
at least
sure.
once
Comes
an
out
hour.
and says
You will
hello.
see him work in that dining room.
Yeah.
And
You
I
know where
mean,
I really used to love, and I think it was Il Coliseo, and I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
chef is who had
Yeah,
gone
it's
across
the
to
same
Angelo's,
chef.
yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, correct,
We used to
correct.
have a ravioli in Il Coliseo that I used
Yes.
to was
Oh, Il
obsessed with.
Colosio. Wow, memories.
Yeah. And no, but I think but the thing about it is for me, it still comes back. It still comes back to food service, ambience, and of course some killer cocktails. Oh yeah, thank you, Chantal. I will accept that. But seriously, I mean, because my thing is always, even from a at home entertaining standpoint, you could serve pilau, but how you serve it.
Right.
You know, so if you want to flares it up, you could flares it up and make it, you know, make it nice for people. I mean, one of my favorite Trinidad all-time food experiences was when Sambat was in the bar.
Yes.
Oh yes,
When Sambat was in the bar, and your food used to come out from that little window
yeah,
too.
a literal hole in the wall.
A whole
Yeah.
Literal.
You know, and I think there was something about the experience, you know, that was meaningful, and you know, and for me, that's the whole thing. So it has to be that whole nice bundle, and you know, I leave feeling like if I didn't just get hustle. Anytime I leave feeling like if I get hustle, that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling. You know, and there's some places that I feel like if I went and I feel like even though it wasn't my money, I feel like it was a bad call.
Right.
So
I hate that, even when it's not my money.
this is what I'm saying. You know
It's
that's
my
the part where,
face.
huh?
You want a good experience.
Yeah. And you know, and I think, and so that's where I
Waste of
said
calories, you know?
Yeah, it's
waste of
opportunity
calories.
cost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's potentially embarrassing too, because if you take people out for dinner, which I mean, one of the worst experiences I had in my entire life, I took some people out for dinner who were valuable to me at that time, and it was horrible.
It's so shitty.
It was horrible. The dinner could not be saved, right? The food couldn't be saved. The cocktail couldn't be saved. And I was just like, Jesus, take the wheel. And, you know, I mean, there's no coming back from that. So for me, I mean, especially if I'm taking out people, I want to go somewhere where I know the
where
chance of me
guaranteed,
getting embarrassed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. I want to walk in and feel, regardless of the price point. So I want to go to my house. I want to go to my Sambat. I want to go to my Tarrants. I want to go to my Crave. I want to feel good about it.
Nice.
Definitely.
All right. So here's what I want to do, right? I want to make things real hard for you.
Oh, Lord.
Out of the 3 tiers, you have one place you could go. Only one place you could go. Choose one. Out of the 3 tiers, which place you going?
This when I say one, like my last
Yeah.
Do I
meal,
have unlimited money?
It's not your
That
last meal,
depends.
but-
It depends. It
but yeah,
depends.
Mhm.
Do I
no,
have a budget or
you have no budget. You have
No,
any
no
amount
budget?
of any
It's not
amount
a
of
budget,
money.
it's you.
Not our budget is you. So,
and it had to
so
be something you pick on your list, not something somebody else may have thrown.
it could be anything. Anything.
Anyone.
So pick anything. You have your budget,
I could
unlimited
only eat
budget,
from one place.
and you could only eat from one place. I'm not gonna do like what we used to do last time, where you could choose the fries from one place and the chicken from one place.
Oh, no.
One place.
No.
One place you could dine. Where
That's
you
what we
going?
should have talked about, our favorite dishes from our favorite places.
Yes, that is the thing.
Well, we have the after party, so if we have time, we can stick around and do that.
I think I feel like that. Okay, whatever. Let's just do it.
Alright. So, Siola, go first.
Of course. Honestly speaking, just based on how I'm feeling right now, because I feel like this have to do with a feeling, right? Because when
Yeah.
you go to
Yeah,
favorite places,
yeah,
it all
yeah.
depends on the
How
mood
you
that you're
feeling?
in.
Yeah.
If you have, like, and I think right now, based on how I'm feeling, if I could go
Mhm.
to one place right now, out of all the places I call, I'd go to Himchuli.
Tim Chuli. Alright.
Himchuli. I'd go to
Alright.
Himchuli.
Okay. Ronaldo, you can spend more than $50. Go.
Chantal is mean. Chantal is mean. Woo.
Big ruler. Now, to be honest, it wasn't on my list, but right now, based on the conversation and everything, if I could go anywhere right now, I'd probably grab my mom and head to Angelo's. We haven't gone there for a little bit, and I would actually like to go. Every time I go there, it is special.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Eh.
to be honest, if I had to go any place right now, it'll probably be Angelo's.
Okay. Alright. Quincy.
All right, well, I want to say a few things. One, I must mention Joseph's, right?
Mhm.
Classic.
Because I never had a bad time at Joseph's.
Yeah. It was a classic. Another classic too.
Food was always on point. And just the whole vibes, talking to Joseph and things, that always on point.
Yeah.
So
You
it was always
remember
a nice experience.
back in the 90s, I would say.
Mm.
You remember those restaurants were considered our top 5. They used to have like this thing.
Yeah.
The top 5, it was Joseph's, Batty Mamselle, Angelo,
Mm-hmm.
Jaffa, well, Solima,
Solima.
and who was the 5th one? I think Paul Mauser. I think
Okay.
it was like top 5 of them. Like they used to have like these nice little dinners together. So yeah, for sure, Joseph's is a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph's right up.
timeless.
But the one that I will pick, and I want to tie this into something that
The lunch is good, yeah.
Leslie was saying just now, you can serve pilau, is just how you serve it.
Mhm.
Again, I go in by, if I have the black card, right? And I could
Mhm.
do a award, I could flex muscle and thing.
Mhm.
I will ask Colin how much to create a show Creole experience for me, because
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
show Creole is probably the hands down maddest thing
Yeah.
ever, right?
Yeah.
And I just need to say it. The idea of having a table, right? You could carry out a crew of people, sit on a table, and enjoy pilau, dogla goat, by
Oh, that
whoever, by
Douglas
whoever.
goat.
Yeah. And get that tasting like if everything bubbled down in a pot for 45 minutes.
Hours. Yeah.
And everybody get different things, gourmet. I find that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
wonderful. Like that's a high point in our
Yeah. I
whole-
wish it didn't have to close.
Yeah, I wish people was more appreciative of
Of
that
us,
effort
yeah.
and that idea and that representation of our culture.
Correct.
I wish people would really
Yeah.
jump on that. And with this, I want to trail off with I had a props. I never went. I want to go, but I like what Rishi actually said by Rishi.
Mm.
I like what he doing in terms of how he using the local
Our local stuff. Yeah.
flavors and that kind of thing, and toying and playing with it. I find it interesting,
Yeah.
especially presentation wise. Have
Yeah.
you tasted
Has
the food
anyone
yet?
else been
But
to 12 by Rishi?
I
No.
never
Never
went.
went.
Yeah, I went for
But-
a ramen night. It was it was a good experience for sure.
Yeah. So, and I'm
But
interested to
on
go and
that,
check them out. You know?
on the local, but making it gourmet and in a nice, presentable way, we have 54 Saddle by Debbie Mative. So
Awesome.
she has those
I never
same
had that.
local, like it's not a fine dining like how Show Creole was. It's not like a
I'll
fancy
put it on the
dining room
list.
and whatnot, but you
You
have
put it at the top of the
the
list.
experience, and it's really, really good.
And it is also, I'm beating myself now because I didn't remember that before.
Yeah, same. It's
But-
it's in
but-
that it's
It's
in that
okay.
it's
Save
in the
them.
mid
No,
category. It's in the
no,
under
it's in the mid,
casual.
it's in the mid, it's in the mid. It's absolute justice. The place is nice. I mean, I've never had a bad meal that Chef
same.
Deborah Mative cooked. And I mean, that's from house straight.
Back
Yeah,
in the,
yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic. But Quincy, and I mean, I want to say, you're right about that Show Creole.
Yes, it's closed for renovation.
In terms of that experience that kind of transcended our self-hatred, except that it didn't transcend it enough for most of the people who believe nobody could make pie better than my queen, so I not go in.
Yeah.
But really that's what it is. But that was fantastic. I mean, it was really a fantastic venture. And yeah, that was
It would make so much money in another market. It's not even
for sure.
You know what? And I think this was kind of hurt me about the idea.
Yeah.
As is the case with most visionaries, it was just too far.
Yeah, it's the wrong timing.
Too ahead of the time. That is all it
Yeah.
was, you know, because I feel
Yeah.
in this climate right now, it would have been more accepted. I think it would have been
But
accepted.
you know, but will Trinidadians pay for it is the issue. And then this is the after party conversation.
Well,
But
true.
because that is the issue. We like nice things, you know, but we seldom like to pay for them.
But at the
And
time-
we don't
at the
like-
time
We have some amazing experiences here, but people don't like to pay for things.
You would pay for it outside though, because look at how much people pay for doubles
Thank you.
away.
Thank
People
you.
pay doubles
Thank you.
doubles is converted to TT dollars. It's 12 TT dollars for doubles in Jamaica.
But Bridget, Trinis will leave where they are in Trinidad, go away and pay $12 for a
Yes,
double.
Nah,
when they live in there, when they live in there.
when
When they live in there.
nah, cute,
I
nah,
know
cute.
that.
People
I-
buy it.
You know, you go and check that when you Ramat video and tell them about your own double.
But you give us the recipe now. The budget recipe works. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Bridget,
right.
Ian, give us your pick.
I know that.
Oh my! Like right now in this
Well, it's
moment
not,
at 7:53 p.m., I would have a Korean barbecue at you and I.
You and I.
As a,
Yeah, it's
alright,
you and I is
That's
the
the one next to
yeah,
Golden
the
Bell.
dining, the dining, the service option to Golden Bell.
correct.
All right. Leslie,
Right now, I would die for some sambat.
Samba.
Let's
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
last on that.
I love that summer, you know.
And for a couple of reasons.
Ambassador.
A couple of reasons. Because you all know I am Southeast Asian at heart. That's the reality.
Right.
And
Same
so
girl, same.
there you go. And so you get that, and I love the evolution. I love the evolution of that business from the hole in the wall to opposite modal life to where it is now.
Where it is now,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Where they want
still
the brace to go in,
It's in
slippers to come in.
you get justice, and I think someone has been pretty consistent, and I like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't choose from that tier that Oli was expecting me to choose from.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna choose somebody.
Right, but I think the thing about it is, I mean, and again, this is an after party conversation. I'll tell you guys about some of the experiences that we had when we were on the only vacation that anybody's having this year.
Okay.
Too soon.
Getting one in
Too
time,
soon.
just in
You know
time.
this time?
Can I tell you, ever see you had to go on vacation and you're feeling guilty about it? Because every time vacation comes up, a friend of mine tells me, Leslie, y'all had the only vacation this year, Nobody else.
Sure.
We will get into that in the
Yeah,
after
yeah,
party.
yeah. But no, but I think we have some great. I think we have some great spaces, and hopefully, when things get back, we could sooner rather than later get back places, because I mean, the longer we delay, the more likely it is that some places just will not reopen.
Yeah.
And that's a
That's
problem.
the reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So hopefully we'll get back.
Yeah. I'm gonna so give me any amount of money to spend and tell me to go a place to dine. Hands down, I go in Tarrant.
Seriously,
I go in Tarrant. I go in Tarrant.
seriously.
I really like how I just feel when I walk into Tarrant.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a vibe. There is a vibe that I like a
I
lot.
just feel like I walk out of Trinidad and into Venezuela.
When I'm walking, I really start talking Spanish. That's correct.
Yeah. I listen. I really like the music, the decor, the fact that it's look like you're walking to somebody's house. I'm going by Tarrant, I'm going by Tarrant and see what she.
And that is what we're talking about with experience. The experience.
You know what? That reminds me of my absolute, before I discovered him, truly my absolute favorite Indian place used to be Ghazal. Before they closed down, Ghazal was
right now.
And when they put up the sign by Sweet Lime for like months and never opened.
Until I had a tabanca.
Listen to me.
The green curry, the scallop and green curry. Oh lordy!
Oh boy, Ghazal is so good.
Oh yeah, that man he had a talent.
Wow.
He had a talent.
This is the hungriest table 34 I've ever experienced. Wow.
Yeah, but I'm feeling hungry right now.
Oh my God, Ghazal. Yeah.
People remind me of Kama's dim sum. Kama has a beautiful dim sum too. If I had unlimited money, I would go there too and just get one of everything.
I clean to get dim sum because at dim sum experience, I find it's a whole Sunday business.
You know.
Yeah.
Them come and drinks and the card passing, you could just
but it feels very decadent. It feels very decadent because you feel like you feel like a sloth in a good way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw away a Sunday.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Ronaldo. We well, you have all the choices, yes?
I do.
Are we inviting people to do that thing, or we moving on? You'll do that.
I think we should move on. It'll be a rush to get people to come
do it now.
Yeah.
All right. So we can probably
it's a good thing that we.
Yeah, last week we had a poll, but we'll skip the poll this week. I think we need to get people in the show. It'll be a bit of a rush right now.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. What we saying, Crave? We saying Crave. Crave definitely was a crowd favorite.
Yeah, crowd favorite.
And it's not because Leslie here.
Yeah, it's unbiased.
Yeah, unbiased. Unbiased.
It's good.
Yeah, definitely Crave.
It is good, hands down. You can't.
It's because we could vouch fit,
I honestly think any of the places that we mentioned, there's actually a few places you mentioned that I either haven't been to or I haven't been in quite some time. But I would definitely say of all the restaurants in Trinidad, I think we had a nice range. So I would recommend everybody. But if you're looking for that occasion dining, I always tell people you cannot be Crave for that experience at all.
Yep.
Dean, you played yourself. Don't worry, you have the after party.
What's this after party?
So the after party is we only run this for an hour, and after the hour we end the broadcast and we start a new one. And in that new one, anything goes. Any topic.
It's free for all.
It's a free fall.
It's not recorded.
It's not recorded. And not recorded. So we just run it live, and whoever experienced it live, that was separate. Guys,
This is what you need.
Yeah, you say you can say it with your chest. Whoever you say, they can say it with your chest.
Say what you want.
All right. So Leslie, Ciola, and Bridget, thank you again so much for joining us on this table to the fore. And for everybody that
Yay.
in the chat, thank you for logging on and for all your suggestions in the chat as well. I think we will when we get back to it have a whole lot of things. People call El Pecos, they call a whole different things. So I think when we get back into the after party, we could get into some of those options and just talk about that as well. So thanks again, and of
Thank
course,
you.
every Thursday at 7 p.m. we will have another table to the fore, so look out for that.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
So Ronaldo. Yeah.
So for the people who want to take part and join us for the after party, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Just watch YouTube.
Commercial break.
Yeah, commercial break.
Go
We'll be right back.
Hustle right back.
Yeah, go and get your drink something and come back. We going to start the after party.
Grab
Right.
them
How
flags and grab them
exciting.
Yes. See you later. Bye.
All right, thanks, and I'll send out the link
Go
to you.
iron your court clothes. What is Peter talking about?
Oh, why is it gotta be like that? Why is it gotta be like that?
What goes on in the after party, guys?
Yes, in the after party.
I see you've been here before.
See you later in a bit.
This is not okay.
Yeah.
Let me know if I should be leaving or frightened.
You understand? I'm like,
The views of